Welcome back to another Italian Art Life exhibition tour. This week we're in Florence's Palazzo Strozzi, my favourite Renaissance palazzo, known in the contemporary art world for hosting major modern art exhibitions. And what a treat we have for you today into the world of the sublime with Olafur Eliasson's Nel tuo tempo, In Your Time. Responding directly to the architecture of Palazzo Strozzi, in the brilliant way Eliasson always draws the viewer into experiential space and environment, this show is his largest in Italy to date, immersing the 1489 building in light, fleeting, intense shadows, reflections and patterns of luminous colour. This show is about navigating through 11 rooms between concepts of reality, perception and representation, using everything that the structure of the building has to offer. The show invites you to explore and encounter installations, minimal interpretations of the space, and travel through Renaissance buildings in the 21st century and interactive way that makes visitors co-collaborators and co-producers with the show. Eliasson's reaction to the space, he said he wanted visitors to see that they have travelled, each of us having a mind and body different to the other, with diverse backgrounds and experiences, yet here and now we all meet in the exhibition. And this shows his inquisitive nature as a conceptual artist, bringing together the viewer's experience and the space itself, which is a really special thing that I'm finding compelling about this show. It just shows him saying this inquisitive nature of him as a conceptual artist. He's Icelandic, Danish, born, known for his sculptures and large-scale installation work like this. But he employs these elemental materials such as light, air, environment, and he has a Berlin laboratory for spatial research. And I think this is such a good example of this almost elemental presence of his use of organic form and phenomena, but also his openness to the viewer. You see the inquisitive, quite dynamic reactions of, say, the Italian students that we came across exploring the show. They were having so much fun with it. You could just really see how the viewer was engaging with the work. Some people felt very solitary, like they were being moved in like a deep way by the experience and how they were reacting to it. I myself just really enjoyed the architectural dynamic, bringing elements of nature indoors. Also the presence of screens, the viewer's eyes, yes, but also so many of the tourists and visitors were seeing the show through their iPhones and through the screens of their phones. And it became almost like another silent participant, this technological observation and recording of what Eliasson was doing. It wasn't just about observing and being in the moment, it was about documenting it for your Instagram and for your stories on your social media. It was almost like publicly recording the fact that you were experiencing this phenomena. There was one piece in particular, a reflected glass hexagonal kaleidoscope made of 6 different shades of reflected, colour-affected filter glass. It was mounted on a stand at eye level, and the way this myriad of different colours and facets was reflected so beautifully was so compelling as a kind of viewer of the work. But what was most fascinating was the queues of people trying to snapshot their friends from one end and capture that perfect image of the kind of hexagonal kaleidoscope. The sculpture became interactive. It wasn't just about glass and light, it was about the viewer's relationship with what Eliasson was presenting them with. And I think this is the most interesting part of the show, how concepts of light and colour and space really immerse the viewer into a kind of completely otherworldly realm. And I think that's what I'll take away from this show. It is so indulgent, and the kind of way you can lose yourself just in exploring the simplicity of form and light. It's really fun, and I think sometimes never underestimate the power of a really fun exhibition. Some of the rooms would turn your skin black and white, and Rafe and I were looking at each other like we were in a black and white movie. It's playful, and it creates this whole new relationship between a very historical space like Palazzo Strozzi and the modern world, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. the submersive nature of this exhibition was completed at the very end with a virtual reality experience of a digital landscape that the artist had created. And I was just basically navigating my way through colour and a pictorial realm of shape and light. It wasn't as satisfying as the real tangible structures and sculptures that the artist had presented previously in the show, but I appreciated the nod to the future and modern technology, how we experience an exhibition virtually in our own world. We're always in our own world as we're looking around a show like this. And I think it just highlights the sensitivity that the artist has that I really appreciate in this regard. And I think I'd like to go and maybe research a little bit more about Olafur Eliasson as an artist, because I think he's such an interesting character, and the work he's done on a huge scale to do with space could be something we could talk about with Art Life and my own work as well in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this tour. And any comments below would be great. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.